I'd hate to tell you how many times I've sat in the back of classrooms and watched a teacher correct a student incorrectly. It's painful. It's really painful. How do you think you feel when you're a student? Does this ever happen to you in a classroom? Where you're trying to say one thing and the teacher comes and corrects you to say something that you did not intend to say? That's a nice one, isn't it? Okay. My friend Mark Rodell, who's a writing teacher and a writing teacher of teachers, writing teacher, puts it this way. He says, don't colonize your students. Don't colonize your students. What does he mean by that?
Don't assume what they're trying to
Don't assume that you know what they're trying to say. You don't know what they're trying to say. You can make a guess at it. Now, let me stop, and I'll stop at other points here. Well, are you saying, Dave, you never correct students? No, I'm not. I'm asking you to be extremely cautious about correction. I'm trying to strip away some of your assumptions about error and correction. And I'm going to suggest that at the very least that you wait. That you not indulge in what I would call knee-jerk correction. In-your-face, knee-jerk direction. So if there's something I'm telling you not to do, that's what I'm telling you not to do. Everybody understand that, you know, where somebody say, I talked to her yesterday, and I say, no, I talked to her yesterday. I'm saying don't do that. I am not saying that we never correct students. I think accuracy is very important in language. And I think that correct pronunciation, grammar, and all those things are extremely important, and that we want to do that. I am suggesting that we exercise a little patience and a little understanding in the process here. It is highly unlikely that anything gets fixed in any one class. Okay? No matter how many times I ask Noy to say, talked, and they repeat it to me, is a very high probability that Noy is going to walk out of class and do it incorrectly. Beautiful example here from Steven Pinker's book, The Language Instinct. One of his colleagues, Martin Brain, who is a psycholinguist, is at the dinner table with his 3-year-old daughter, native speakers of English. And the daughter says, I want the other one spoon, please, Daddy. And of course, Martin, being a psycholinguist, doesn't want his daughter growing up saying, I want the other one spoon. So he's saying, yes, I want the other spoon, Daddy. And daughter says, yes, I want the other one spoon, please, Daddy. Daddy says to the daughter, can you say other? She says, other. Can you say spoon? She says, spoon. And he says, okay. She says, now can I have the other one spoon, Daddy? At this point, correction stops due to very sharp glares from the wife and the child, and Martin decides to stop being a psycholinguist over the dinner table. Do we know what we're talking about here? Okay, this is a native-speaking child. This is part of the learning process. Where did it come from? God only knows. Was it important that Martin fix it there? No. Is it going to get fixed? Sure, it's going to get fixed. Tomorrow, next week, next month, who cares? It's going to happen. Don't worry too much, guys. Error is not a fatal disease. You don't die from an error virus. Students will not develop errors that never go away. Yes, with older people who do not have a lot of opportunity to practice English, errors do become, what's the word, fossilized. Fossilized, that's the term. It's very common. But let's think for just a minute about these populations. Okay, the kids normally in immigrant populations anywhere fix their errors. They get fixed over time, and most immigrant children end up with practically in that class.